Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Human Diseases and Genes. In this video, I will discuss about neurofibromatosis type 1, that is NF1. NF1 was first thoroughly described by Frederick Daniel von Recklinghausen, a German pathologist in 1882. He is credited with identifying and documenting the disease, which is why NF1 is also historically known as von Recklinghausen disease. In this work, he connected the clinical findings such as tumors along nerves, that is neurofibromas, and skin changes like Café-au-lait spots with the nervous system and coined the term based on the observed pathology. Neurofibromatosis type 1 is a genetic disorder that affects the nervous system, skin, and eyes, and it is one of the most common inherited neurological conditions. NF1 was thoroughly described by Daniel. Symptoms include neurofibromas, freckling, neurological issues, skeletal issues, etc. Café-au-lait spots are flat, light brown spots on the skin larger than 0.2 inches and freckles in the armpits, groin, or under the breast. Neurofibromas, which one is a benign non-cancerous tumor, soft bumps, grows on or under the skin. Leech nodules, non-cancerous growth, present on the iris of the eye. A specific type of tumor grows on the optic nerve and affects vision. Macrocephaly, or an unusually large head, is a possible symptom. Skeletal problems are low bone mineral density, bowing of the lower leg, or curvature of the spine, that is scoliosis. Muscle weakness or numbness and pain are also common. Neurological symptoms include trouble with learning, reading, speech delay, headache, and seizures. ADHD is a common behavioral problem associated with NF1. Less common but serious manifestations include plexiform neurofibromas, large, deep tumors that can cause pain and neurological deficit, malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumors, cancerous tumors that can grow along nerves, vasculopathy, that is issues with blood vessels which can lead to high blood pressure, and endocrine or pulmonary disease. Neurofibromatosis type 1 is caused by a mutation in the NF1 gene located on chromosome 17, encodes neurofibromin. The NF1 gene is located on long arm of chromosome 17 at Q11.2 base. It is a very large gene spanning approximately 280 to 350 kb of genomic DNA and containing 59 to 61 exons, some of which are alternatively spliced. It encodes the neurofibromin protein, a large tumor suppressor that helps to regulate the RAS signaling pathway by accelerating the conversion of active RAS QTP to inactive RAS QTP. NF1 is inherited as autosomal dominant manner, means only one copy of the mutated gene from either parent is needed to cause the disease. About 50% of cases are inherited from a parent and the other 50% are spontaneous mutations. There is no cure for NF1, but treatment focuses on managing symptoms, monitoring complications, and improving quality of life. Because NF1 affects multiple systems, care is often multidisciplinary, including neurology, dermatology, orthopedics, genetics, oncology, etc. Treatment for neurofibromatosis type 1 focuses on managing symptoms, includes medication, surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy for malignant tumors, and specialized care from a multidisciplinary team to address learning disability, attention deficit, eye problem, and bone conditions. Selumetinib is a FDA-approved medication for children with symptomatic plexiform neurofibromas that cannot be surgically treated, which helps shrink the tumor. Medications are used to manage other conditions associated with NF1 such as ADHD and pain. Regular vision monitoring should be done by ophthalmologists with slit lamp examination to check for niche nodules or other eye-related issues like cataract or vision loss. Orthopedic interventions such as bracing or surgery are used for scoliosis or bone abnormalities like severe bowing. In case of malignant tumors, radiotherapy and or surgery are performed. Educational cognitive support should be given to young patients with learning disabilities. Genetic counseling is important for affected individuals, planning families, and also in newly diagnosed patients, especially with spontaneous mutations. This is all about neurofibromatosis type 1. Thanks for watching. So today we learned about NF1, its causes, symptoms, and how it affects the body. If you found this video helpful and learned something new, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel Human Diseases and Genes for more health insights. Share this video with your friends and family members. If you have any questions, drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. Don't miss my next video. Until then, stay informed and take care of your health. Thank you very much.